Aloha, guys. Welcome to our Aloha Friday. Let's kick the whole day off. Got quite a few different things to talk about today, but we'll start with our mental health live, and I'll kind of give you guys a little heads up about what we're going to look at doing once we get to Cantina, because I'm going to do some different stuff with Cantina today. It's still going to be Cantina. I just want to talk about a certain subject at the beginning of it, but wanted to welcome all you guys while we are waiting for YouTube to do its send out the notifications to the selected people that YouTube wants to send them out to, since we all know exactly how much YouTube does not like to send out notifications. Give a couple minutes as that all comes in, and just wanted to share with some of you guys may have seen the short that I put out earlier today. We do have an Amber Alert that is out, so just sharing that with people real quickly. They are currently looking for this little girl. Her name's Anna Burke. So please, if you recognize Anna, okay, for those of you who are coming in right now, before we start the actual live itself, please take a look at Anna. That gentleman I just showed you there is the guy that they suspect she is with right now. Hey, Patrick, how you doing, my dear? Hey, Patrick's first one in. Whoa, I got to unhide that. Hey, Patrick. And also, and Lou is here also. Hey, we got it going. So welcome everyone who's starting to pop their heads on in from local to the mainland. Oh, God, we got some Aussies out there that I know pop in also. Gosh, it's like a small little UN once you hit YouTube. Totally. Rosalind's here. So yeah, what I'm doing real quickly until we get a little bit more people in, because we all know how it takes YouTube a few minutes to get in, is I'm sharing the information on the Amber Alert that went out last night sometime. And that was for Anna Burke. She's a 5-year-old who went missing, suspected to have been taken by her babysitter's boyfriend. They were shopping at Goodwill when she disappeared. She's 5 years old, 3'9", 55 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. She was abducted by Jonathan Stinnett, the boyfriend, 36-year-old. He is not family. He not family at all. Just took her, 5'10", 180 pounds, brown hair, hazel eyes. They are in the short that I did. There is a little description of the car. And also, please, if you have any information about her, or if you would like to, I would really appreciate it if you go in and check out my videos. You'll find the short from today. Hit share that out. I have it on the Facebook. We have created a Facebook group. Well, not group. Right now, it's an individual. I'm going to make it a group sooner or later. And it is right now, Local My Kai or Kai at the end, and you can find me pretty easily. Also on Instagram, for those of you who've been bugging me for Instagram, we got Instagram going, and that is the Local My Life, and you can share out these Amber Alerts when they come out. So, hey, Iris, I love you. So yeah, back to my chat peeps, because that's the part that, yeah, I love you guys. So Patrick, hey, aloha, Mr. Patrick. And I love my Patrick. Those of you who have ever been on Discord, check out Patrick's Twitch stuff. He does some really fun games, especially if you or someone in your family is a gamer. Sorry, here come the dogs barking. I swear they know when I'm doing this. They don't do it when I'm recording a video. Hey, oh wait, that's the puppy trying to play. That's what's up. The puppy wants to play. Yep, aloha. Aloha, you got it. But yeah, check out his lives. Hey, puppy, there, treats. And bribe the dogs, it works. What can I say? So check his stuff out. If you know anyone who loves to do games, okay, a gamer in your family, check it out. He's got some pretty good game streams going on there. Hello. I said hi earlier, Lou, but unofficial, aloha. And Rosalind, my dear, Rosalind's always here. Thank you so much, my dear. I feel horrible all week. I did not get to do many of my normal pop-ins for live. Some of you guys know I had my booster shot for COVID, and I hit 101.7 fever one night. And so I was kind of sleeping nonstop. And so I love it. Oh, yes. Patrick. Yeah, not friendly, family friendly. It's more cantina friendly. Put it that way. The way we are in cantina. There you go. That would do it. And Miss Iris, I missed yours too. This Bible study was so upset. I was sleeping in bed. And I love you both tons. And Missing in Life's been popping in. Actually, Missing in Life was officially the first one here way before we started. So there's our award for that. Let's see, Iris and Matt made it. Hello, Matt. How you doing? Oh yeah, Patrick. My mom got it, and all she got was a really, really red spot. I mean, it covered half of her arm and swollen. I mean, it literally came out about an inch. It was so swollen. Me, I did not have that side as much, but I got hit with the flu type. Now, I was stupid. No, I'm not going to say stupid. I got it all done at once. I got my flu shot at the same time. But I'm pretty sure the side effects were very similar to the side effects I had from my second shot. The only difference is the first shot, actually, I had the fever and the chills about 12 hours after. This one hit about 24 hours after. It was a little longer. So definite, but you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it because the more immunity we can build up, the better off. That's my feeling, at least. So, and I know everyone has the right to their own beliefs. No problem there. And I think that's it. We've got everyone. Yes, Iris. I know the Bible. I am going back and I'm reading the book along. Iris, for those of you guys who don't know, is doing a really great Bible study. And so I've actually got the book and I've been going through the book with my mom. And also it's really been a lot of fun. I can still do it if I can't make the Bible study. And I know there's a lot who can't make Bible study. So you can still do it on your own. So if you happen to hear any talking, just a little heads up before we get going on this. Mom has moved downstairs to her own desk. So she's talking. And the other thing I'm waiting on, Patrick, you'll enjoy this one. Loco has bought herself and has been waiting for almost a month now for my Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max. So that is supposedly out for delivery right now somewhere on the island. I don't know where, but I'm hoping it does not come over the next hour, but we will find out. So you got it. Yes. Okay. So Lou, I'm good. Good. You guys are doing. I am so happy to see everyone pop back in. Yeah, swollen lymph. Yeah, she had it bad. So, okay. So discussion for today. You guys know last week I kind of started a little series. Actually, it was going to be a one-off, and then follow up in the future. But to be honest, I started doing a lot of talking with a couple friends off and on throughout the week. And then I saw Amber Ann's Hot Topic that she did the other day. And damn, I meant to actually put that link together. I will put the link for her Hot Topic in the comments later on afterwards. She's been doing these little Hot Topic discussions at the top of every morning, a couple days a week. And she talked about community versus competition. It's something I know I've been thinking a lot about because the longer I'm on YouTube, the more I'm recognizing this mental health connection with so much of what we do on YouTube. And yes, Iris, in fact, last night, I'll be honest, the reason I actually contacted her before I did this, because I was watching her live yesterday and I've been talking to other people. And I was like, you know, let me talk with her because I really would like to just expand on it a little bit because I think it does fit in with this whole mental health side. It's one of those areas we start on one end of the spectrum and it's very easy to cross this line. As I mentioned in things, competition, competitiveness can be very healthy. It's what helps us push ourselves forward to become better. But it also can become negative at some point. And that's where I wanted to kind of address that because I think that a lot of times is that competitiveness becomes more of a negative end of the spectrum is when we start seeing a lot of the drama things pop up, a lot of the rumor mills, a lot of the mental health crap that we were talking about last week. So to start with, just wanted, why do we come to the channels? We've talked about this before. We've talked about how, you know what, COVID for so many of us, we found ourselves on YouTube checking out channels. And next thing you know, you discover that, oh, YouTube is not just pre-recorded videos. There's these things called lives. Oh my gosh, there's actual communities. I can talk with people. I can have fun with people. I can create friendships. Totally something we did not expect. And so we start coming into these channels. And as we find out there's more within YouTube itself, we start looking at channels. And like Amber mentioned at the Phoenix Project mentioned yesterday, okay, go out and look for these channels. Try to find another channel that shares something that you have something in common with. Okay, we come to the channels because maybe it's a shared interest. Okay, how I got into this community was actually true crime. I enjoyed the whole idea of, okay, looking at different cases and following it through and being able to talk about my own personal thoughts about it. So I kind of worked my way in there. And next thing I knew, I found myself within other groups that I never would have even comprehended that I'd find myself with that were just blogging. I'll be honest, guys, I used to hate blogging channels. I was like, okay, who are they talking? It didn't make, and next thing I knew, I figured out, oh, they are talking to people. They've got their own freaking community they're talking to. So all of this started developing. So you're joining because you have these shared interests. Susan, by the way, hello, Susan, goes because it has to do with animals. If a channel has, that was actually one of my first big channels that I would go to was Marlene McCohen. She's got an amazing channel, okay, about parrots. She runs a whole group called Parrot Station. Iris, exactly. Iris, Save Robbie is the reason why I found myself sitting in blog or vlog communities. Okay, the daddy of YouTube, exactly. And so we join because of the interests or entertainment side of it. It's stuff we enjoy doing. And then you're just lurking for a while. And then from lurking, it changes to where, ooh, I'm saying hi. I recognize these names every day. I'm going to say hi to someone for the first time. I bet every one of you can remember that first time you said hi to someone in a chat. I was a freaking nervous wreck. I was sure everyone would ignore me and stuff like that. And next thing I knew, they're talking back to me. And we're starting to have communication. And then it goes private where we're DMing each other. Okay, or I'm joining a Patreon and getting into a Discord or stuff like that. And so over time, these channels become so much more. They do become a community, plain and simple. I use that word community over and over and over, but that's because that's what it feels like. I often talk about how like Cantina or many of the times I'm with the community feels like I feel when I'm at a show. Okay, after I finish the run of a play and we go have our, closing night party or whatever, that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm sitting, at a karaoke bar or I'm sitting outside someone's garage and one person has their ukulele going on, another person's talking story, and it becomes a true community of people who are like-minded, enjoy each other's company. And Ohana, it becomes that. So over time, as we create that, what I found for myself is that community started to expand. My community expanded, and as it expanded, my knowledge expanded. My interests expanded. I found things that I did not realize were interesting were all of a sudden interesting. Sorry, I got a very, very loud bird right now. And yes, the fire alarm, we did double check the batteries. They're good. So what starts happening is people start coming into these communities, and you find, like any community, your knowledge and ideas expand, but also you start connecting with other people who are helping you to expand your ideas. Not only can they, and this is one of the greatest things about community, whether you're creating your own channel, and I know many of you guys have channels that are here right now or have considered, many of you have actually said, I don't know how often I hear each week, I really want to have a channel, but I'm scared to do a channel because of da, 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 and all those things. And I think what happens is if you have this community, what I found with it, this community provided me assistance. They were there to help show me how, okay, what type of software would I use for this? What do I do about that? Patrick just said there's actually a lot of cool information around communities of engagement and the outs and in groups. And that, Patrick, I think you just hit on part of the reason why I picked this up today as a subject, because the communities become their own monster to some degree. Okay, hey, monsters can be good too, you know. And but yeah, no, you get to this point where they truly take on a personality of their own. You get the in groups, you got the out groups. It's kind of like high school at times. Okay, half of the fights feel like high school at times, things on that level. You have a certain group of people who start thinking, you know what? Yeah, maybe I will actually create a channel. And guess what? You've got this whole community that are there who want you to succeed. Because the one thing I've noticed about these communities, they want people to succeed. Okay, initially that idea of, oh yeah, here, I'll walk you through StreamYard. Here, we'll get together and we'll do that. Rosalind, you've done that a lot. You've helped people with the whole idea of how to use StreamYard, how to play around with it and all that. So our bird is really getting noisy today. I'm going to give him peanut butter. We'll see how that works. And also, it starts out really, really great. And this is as someone who, my channel's fairly new. Okay, my channel is not, I don't even think I've hit 6 months yet. But over time, what I've started noticing is that we also get this thing that starts changing the community and the connections because of the competition that starts. And at first, it's just that innate competition we all have within ourselves. Okay, I had certain things in my own head. I am going to do this. I am not going to buy a ring light until I hit this number. I'm not going to do this until I hit this number. So we have competition for our own selves. Here, let me give him a little bit of peanut butter. Try to put this here, see if, oh, it didn't stay. Okay, say lovey. So we start doing this, okay? Our community is encouraging our creativity and pushing us forward, okay? Trying to help us to become the best versions of ourselves. Okay, so we're trying. It's like, oh yeah, why don't you try do this? Why don't you try a recorded video? Hey, I'll help you. Yeah, download this app. Okay, download Shotcut. You'll be able to put together a really great video. And here are some other videos on how to do editing for it and things like that. So you're going in through that. Sorry, I'm reading Iris's. How can I find a community? Is it by looking for others subjected to research? I'm trying to figure this out. Or do you find? You know what? My idea of community is you guys. There's two types of community too, okay? There's a community, which is a group of people. Then there is the community of subject, true crime community, okay? The crafter community, diamond painting community, or the calligraphy community. You got all the different communities based off of that. And you know what's so funny? When I first started looking at the drama side of communities, okay, because I was seeing all of that negative stuff going on and everything, and I was like, gosh, is it just this community? No. This idea of, oh yeah, true crime is the community of drama, no. Okay, I pulled up a search on YouTube just to kind of find different videos so I can kind of research and all that. Every single freaking community has its drama. So it's not based off of a subject. It's based off of us as people. That's where all this is coming from. So, hey, Kelly, how you doing, my dear? And so our community starts encouraging that creativity, helping to push us. And what we find ourselves doing is we're trying new ideas. We're expanding those horizons. Maybe you're someone who is in chat. You don't want to start a channel or anything, but you're finding yourself getting involved in modding, or you're finding yourself getting involved in talking with a group of people. And next thing you know, because you're talking with this group of people, they're introducing you to new ideas. The idea of modding, for example, was never something I even considered doing until someone approached me with it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then from there, things got pushed further. And it's like, oh yeah, having a place we can come and talk story and all that would be awesome. New horizon. Maybe I should try this channel idea out. Maybe I should do it. So I join, I get a channel going, okay, and I start. My community is an extension of many others. It's an extension of Robbie's community. It's an extension of 10 to Life. Okay, all these other channels that mean a lot to me, this is an extension of that. And so as time goes on and I'm expanding my horizons, I start seeing different things. I started realizing that certain people seem to always get the coverage of the media, whether it be mainstream media, YouTube people, whatever. And it got me pushing in the Missing Mondays direction. Okay, again, new ideas, that creativity being pushed for something that means something to you down deep. And because you're like, okay, wait, this is something I can change, and I have this ability to speak. Now, whether it's speaking in a chat and saying, hey guys, go look at this, go check this out, or making a video, you have those abilities. So you're expanding those horizons. And I think that's where we start running into this healthy versus unhealthy idea of competition. How many of you guys in chat, put a 1 in chat if you consider yourself a competitive person? Put a 2 in chat if you really aren't competitive. You just let whatever happens, happens, and you're happy with whatever happens. 1 if you're competitive, 2 if you're like, whatever happens in life happens. Let's see where we are. I have my gut feelings. I know what I am. Okay, I'm definite. I'll let you know. I am a 1. Missing in Life's a 3. Lou is a 2. Okay, that makes sense. I can be it is. I think, Patrick, you hit it on the head. It depends where you are in your life and what you're doing and what you're talking about. I can be very competitive. Okay, Patrick knows about this. We have a friend that both of us have in common who participated in a cosplay contest and won first place one year. And in the back of my head, I'm like, I can do this. And not only can do this, I could come in first, I bet. If I really put my mind to it, I could do this. Okay, you know, that little feeling that you get with that. So what did I? Yeah, I went and I did cosplay and I entered the contest and all that. So yeah, in that case, I am a definite competitive person. However, I am not so competitive that I try to take it away from other people. Because to me, I have the ability to help other people be better versions of themselves, help them talk, help them listen, help them find things out about themselves. And the best thing you could ever do in your life, in my eyes, is help someone succeed at something. If they want to succeed at something, what better gift can you give than to support them in that in any way possible? And that's why during Cantina, for example, we throw up everyone's links and stuff like that in there, okay? And it's a coordinated effort. Okay, most of the time, none of us post our own links. We all post each other's links and stuff like that because we want to help each other succeed. If someone is telling me, well, I'm working on an addiction issue, I want them to succeed. So yeah, there is definitely these different areas of competition. But competition in general can be very good. It can help you become better, be the best person you can be. It can help, okay, competition within yourself can help push you to do things better than you were doing in the past. And that's where I think a lot of times healthy competition is. Healthy competition, at least for me, and guys, tell me in chat if I'm, because I've really honestly, this whole discussion is more me talking than it normally is, because there isn't lots of research. It's just me sharing. I find a lot of times competition, healthy competition seems to be an internal thing. Healthy competition is about making yourself grow, not putting someone else at detriment. Unhealthy competition is focused more on the other person. Okay, stepping on that person's feet or trying to pull that person back because maybe in your head, you're like, okay, wait, I need to do better. I need to do better. So sometimes that unhealthy competition is the subconscious. I know a lot of people that the unhealthy idea of competition really is their subconscious, because they're thinking about what they can do to be better and do better themselves. And they start doing things that push someone else backwards. That's where competition can become very unhealthy. And that's the line. I kept trying to figure out, where is that line? I mentioned it in the thumbnail about this idea of, where is the line between community competition and where things become bad? That's where I'm thinking that line is, where you stop trying to advance yourself by pulling other people back. You start stepping on their toes rather than allowing them to shine during their moments. You decide to bring the focus in on you, maybe. That's something I do see happen at times, where you see another creator, so you start doing videos about that creator. That is honestly the unhealthy side of competition. Bringing out another person isn't not necessarily making you any better of a person. Okay, yes, there's some people who focus on that as their type of content. And even among there, you've got your positive version of that and a negative. I've seen some people who can do that type of content, and they're so good, because you know what? They're stating things in such a more reporting, matter-of-fact way that doesn't really poke fun of things. Okay, it kind of goes back to the whole idea, would you say those things in front of someone if you were in front of them? Or would you not say a damn word because you know damn well you'd get your face hit or something like that, or get reported or something like that? So it's the whole idea of competition is really looking at yourself. You need to have competition in your life. I need to be able to always look at my content or my relationships and my friendships and stuff like that and be like, well, how can I make my videos better? How can I work on the editing? How can I work on thumbnails, shit like that? Or in just real community. Hello, Sleuth Mom. How you doing, my dear? In real community, how can I help make my friendship better? How can I support my friend? If I know my friend is having a rough time and I'm having a rough time also, how do I have those two sides meet so I'm still being the best friend that I can be? Okay, and that's where so often hey, Anxious, how you doing, my dear? So community, when we have healthy competition, when we have healthy relationships, I'm not even going to use competition for all this, relationships, you find very quickly that it's less lonely. Okay, think about, and since I've been talking more about YouTube because this kind of fits in that whole thing, think about those communities and channels you belong to, where the community is truly about being a group of people who enjoys being with each other, helping each other be the best person possible. you create the relationships that last outside of chat. They last outside of Discord even. They go on to Messenger and they go on to phone calls. And then if you're lucky, they go to the point where you actually meet each other someday. Okay, community becomes less lonely. You have your community to help you also. It's a give and take between the two. Now, think about another type of community. The communities we hear about sometimes, okay, well, don't come to this channel because if you come to this channel, you're not welcome at my channel type idea, you know, that type of thing. And then I've been on that receiving end of that, where someone makes you choose, whether it's a channel or your own friendships or whatever, things like that. And you start getting into this thing, well, you know what, you gotta make a choice, because if you're gonna be there, I'm sorry, whatever. Well, in normal life, none of us completely agree with each other. It'd be boring if we did. I'll be honest. It'd be extremely boring if we all agreed with each other all the time. Okay. So this idea of, well, we've got to be in a community where no one disagrees with each other and all that, it's going to get very lonely quick, because what's going to happen? Everyone's going to end up leaving, because I hate to say this, guys. The one thing I'm discovering about YouTube is at one point or another, it seems everyone hates everyone, and then they're back to liking each other. Sometimes I feel like I'm back in 8th grade, honestly, gang. Okay, versus being able to be with people and realize, okay, these are people that I care about. This is a relationship I care about, and I trust these people. I trust their ability to stand up for me if something does happen. And okay, because that's all I can ask them to do, is just stand up for me. You know what else it does, though? Once you find out, again, community brings along with it so many other things. By having that group of people, okay, that you know you can depend on, we already talked about it. It's encouraging creativity. It's giving you and each other ways to be able to lean on each other for knowledge. Also, sorry, my puppy just almost fell. And also, we start finding ourselves in this position where we can truly grow and prosper as human beings, as channels, as anything. Because we depend on each other. A person standing on their own is not going to get that far. You need to have those relationships. I was talking to someone a few weeks ago about their own personal life as compared to online life. And I was saying so many times our relationships here get so tight, we almost forget about the 3D life. But you know what? The 3D life is the one who's going to give us a hug at the end of the day. And when we forget about those people, yes, my IRL internet friends mean the world to me. Hey, that girl. They're here for me when I'm having a rough time, and maybe it's something I tend to open up a lot more online. Okay, that's something that we're finding scientifically happens in general. And, but I think where we run into issue is as we leave other communities behind, and we start becoming more and more of just, okay, this is where I am, this is who I'm going to communicate with and all that. We lose out on so much of life in general. Hey, Van, how you doing? And how you doing, my dear? You guys had a birthday week going on, didn't you? And for Mr. Emu. And so I think it's important for everyone to there's always enough room for everyone. One of the greatest things I have found about this community, and I've been noticing this is growing. This has actually been growing. This is where I've seen people in the community growing as human beings, is the number of people who will step up lately and say, you know what? I need to talk to so-and-so. I need to talk to them because this is upsetting me. Or I felt this way and I need to open up. There is room for people, whether they agree or disagree or whatever, We're all human beings, and we all have our positives, or we all have our negatives. If everyone held my negatives against me, I'd be on my own in 5 seconds, because I have negatives. Every freaking one of us in here have negatives. So it is understanding those negatives, and no one else can help me change those negatives. I have to change them myself. I have to look at myself, and that's what this whole channel has been about, is how can I change those negatives about myself? How can I become a stronger woman? How can I become more caring? How can I be there for myself? Because that was my problem. I was never there for myself. I was always out there, but I'd forget I needed it too. I can't be there for others if I'm not there for myself. And so there is room for everyone. You can go back and talk with people and find ways to have the community while also having that competition. Okay, great thing. Okay, Iris just put in there, there's always competition in the world, but you don't have to be enemies. You can empower each other. Justin Sky, which actually leads perfectly into where my next comment was coming. There's a saying that I've always loved. Hey, Darren, how you doing? A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. Okay, this is where so much of what we're always so worried about, if we go out to everyone else, okay, if we allow others to shine, is it going to take away from us? And this is where the unhealthy side of competition comes in. Okay, it's like, oh gosh, look at what they're doing. Okay, that's a problem because this is something I do and it's going to take away from what I'm doing. No. We actually become more powerful, more supportive of each other when we do lean on each other. Okay, if more people, I'll take Missing Mondays as an idea. Okay, there's 2 ways I can approach Missing Mondays. Okay, someone was talking to me about this the other day. Okay, I could approach it as, oh my gosh, yeah, this is my niche. This is my niche. Okay, and this is what, okay. Or, you know what? Wouldn't it be amazing if other people picked up this idea of covering people that no one else is covering? Now, that's healthy competition. The idea that, you know what, just because I'm doing it, it makes all of us stronger in the end. Mental health. The idea that there are other people out there who could pick up on mental health and run with it. Okay, it makes everyone stronger. It's so much better that way. And it's hard. Because I think, especially if you are a competitive person, you're not going to be human if there's not a part of you at times that gets a little jealous of other people. It's what you do with the jealousy that makes the difference. Okay, again, humans have negative and positive traits. Negative traits don't make the difference. It's how you react to them that makes the difference. So if you are upset at someone picking, okay, I'll go back to if Missing Mondays, okay, because I'd rather point it out on my side. Okay, if I got upset all of a sudden at someone else picking up Missing Mondays, okay, or the idea behind Missing Mondays, all that is doing is, first of all, it's my jealousy. It's my feeling like, oh shit, someone, how dare they do that? That's something I was picking on. And that was something I was trying to focus on and make a difference on. Well, that becomes the negative approach. That becomes the jealous approach, as compared to realizing that Missing Mondays in this case could be something where you're making a change. Okay, I'm trying to think of other things that people do. Oh, here's one that everyone in this group, not everyone, but half of this group does. The what do you call it? The grateful things, thankfuls. That has been the perfect example of how something can start and it spreads. And not only that, it spreads sometimes not even because we're watching each other. Everyone has the same ideas at the same time. You have no idea how many people came up to me with the idea, yeah, no, it's been upsetting me too that people aren't getting noticed that are missing, and only a few people are. How many people came up to me with that? That was not just my thought process. A lot of people have that. It's the same with the grateful idea. We right now, I think we have like 5 different people who are focusing on an amazing idea that is allowing all of us to be the best people we can be. The perfect example about a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. Loses nothing. That first candle, that second candle, that third candle, that fifth, they're all just as bright as they were to begin with. Okay. Using those communities, using that ability when you see yourself with the feelings of jealousy and competition and stuff, changing that frame of mind, okay? Take a look at how you can change all that into looking for those networks, how you can work with each other, okay? Now, again, here's where the healthy versus unhealthy idea of competition is going on. Okay, why are you doing the collabs? Why are you doing the interviews, things like that? Yes, there's going to be a part of you. Come on, anyone who says they don't do something because guess what? I'm going to do a collab because I might get a view or two. I think any of us do that. I don't think there's anyone who could honestly, from their deep, okay, can honestly say that they don't look at their views or something like that. It's going to happen. It's why you're looking at those views. I can honestly say for myself, I don't, for myself, care about the numbers for myself. Now, do I care about the numbers? Yeah, guys, I'll be honest, I do. Why? Because the more people that see a video about a missing child, the better chances that video is going to get to the right person. That's what it's about. Okay, when you're looking at things like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just focusing on the gratefuls and missing Mondays right now, mental health, whatever. Okay, you're sharing something and you're hoping to reach someone who needs that. If I'm talking about anxiety, the more people who see that video about anxiety, the better chance I'm going to reach someone who needs to hear that message. It's not necessarily about, oh, I hit this number and all that. No, that's the unhealthy side. And Iris with, okay, who knows? That one person who needs to hear that message from God might be watching. And the larger, and that's one reason why I've always made the point of sharing during Cantina as many links as possible, because whether it's something I need myself, someone else definitely may need it. And they're not going to be able to share it if they don't know about it. That's how we work as a community. We create that network of support. We're able to create a way to help each other get the message out that they want to make sure they can help people with. Because guess what? None of us do this a channel just to hear ourselves talk. Okay, yeah, there might be some people out there who are that way, but I guarantee you, even those people, there's a part of them, they really do this because they want to make a difference. Okay, and it's when the competition and all turns into the unhealthy side, you start seeing changes to that. So having those collabs, interviews. Now we kind of just addressed that, remembering that feeling of idea ownership. None of us own an idea. No, none of us own an idea. Okay, I don't think any of them are trademarked or anything. No, we're given ideas, and I am going to talk about faith right now, but I feel ideas are given to people about what to do in their lives based off of what is needed at that time. If I'm here, okay, if I'm getting this feeling that I need to talk about, okay, what was the other one I was thinking about doing tonight? Catastrophizing. I almost did a video on catastrophizing. Well, in my eyes, I'm feeling, you know what? That idea is coming to me because someone needs to hear it. Someone, okay, God is telling me someone needs to hear this. Okay, the universe is telling me, whether it's from listening to people or what, it's not my idea. It's just something that popped up from listening to people. That's all. So we don't own the ideas. Okay, they're here for us to share with other people. Now, one of the things that does pop up, though, as I had a little talk with some people about this idea, because it's so confusing. Okay, I'm sitting in one moment saying competition is good, but the next saying no, competition isn't good, or okay, yeah, competitive with yourself. It's so freaking confusing. And but then what makes it less confusing? Hey, Jessica, how you do? Hey, hearts up for Jessica. Hope it feels better. Hope all gets better for you, my dear. What's the one thing that seems to change all of this? Okay, and make things cross from one side to another. And it brought me back to the word respect. Okay, when you're talking about healthy versus unhealthy, anything, it comes to respect. Whether it is unhealthy versus healthy reaction to other people, or even unhealthy and healthy behaviors towards yourself. Okay, respect is where that line often gets dropped. Okay, you step over it once you start forgetting respect is what is so important there. So what type of respect? Well, first, when you start to take away from the members of the community, the people who are there as part of your community, when your actions are starting to take away from them, that's now there's some level of disrespect going on there. There's some way, a part of, at that point, saying, my thoughts are now more important than yours. Okay, because I'm now doing it this way. Hey, Robbie, how you doing, my dear? Love you back, my dear, tons. So, whoop, dog falling again. My dog is balanced on my thigh right now. Thank God it's only 5 pounds. Okay, well, not my thigh, but yeah. And so remembering that respect. Okay, when we do something, when we say something, stop yourself for a second and ask, okay, is this showing respect to that person or not? Is it okay? One of the hardest things I've had problems with, Robbie knows this, Will knew this, anyone who's talked to me knows this pretty much. I have a horrible time with putting in, when I'm a mod, I have a hell of a time putting my own link in. I don't like doing it. I don't feel right doing it. I will actually send text message after text message trying to get in and say, is it okay for me to do that? Even though I know it's totally okay because they've told me it's okay, I feel freaking weird not because I'm like, is that showing respect? Yeah, Susan, I'm happy she's not a greyhound. Okay. This on your, yeah, I can handle that. So, and makes a big difference. So, a lot of times I don't, or I mean, Sherry was hilarious one time. She's just like, here, I'll do it. And she threw it in because I always have that fear that I'm not showing respect by doing that. Now, a lot of creators could give a shit. It's like, just do it. I want to support you. So do it. So, and that's why I usually try to communicate with them first. Is this okay? Is this not okay? Okay, because when we're in their live, I'm trying to keep the focus on them because that's them in the community, them in the chat. That's where it needs to be, not with me at that time. Now, that's just me. Everyone has a different idea of what respect is and what respect isn't. That's one reason why I wanted to talk about it here today, because all of us do have different ideas of what respect is. And but I kind of always try to pull that into my head. Okay, is my action taking away from the person that should be the focus at that time? I'm horrible about asking for things for myself, though, too. I'm horrible about it. Okay, most people have to say, hey, local, just do it. And that's everything in life. So take a look at those things. Okay, when you're in a chat, when you're talking to people and trying to figure out collabs. Okay, I know I'm always kind of looking at, because I'd love to do collabs and all, and I'm like, okay, well, how do we do this? How do we help with that? Actually, Robbie was great with helping me with this idea of this YouTube type series and being able to talk to. Okay, I hope and plan to talk to a number of different creators about potentially coming and interviewing about how YouTube has affected them and things like that. Because all of them are affected by whatever is going on in their own channel at that time. So sorry, Siren. Yeah, this whole time. Oh, shit. Yes. I am sorry, Siren. That was me. Okay. Yes, I just realized something. Hawaii does not have daylight savings time. I always start this live at 3:00. I forgot. Time change happened. It's still 3:00 and I started. I should have actually started at 4:00. I am so sorry, gang. I will change that because I do know it makes a big difference for a lot of you guys. So because of work and stuff like that. So I'll have to look at that for next week. So take a look. Do this for me. Okay. Amber. And again, Amber, if you have the link to your hot topic from the other day about this, I would love you to be able to type that in. If not, I'll get it into the comments. She talked about people going out and finding someone's channel that is something like what you enjoy and watching it and taking a look at things and all that. That's why she's and, so I want to push people another level. Think about when you're in, and I'm not just talking to Creators Gang. I'm talking to all of us here, whether you're a lurker, whether you are a chatter, mod, creator, whatever, because all of us change who we are depending on what channel we're at. Yeah. Okay. I'm a lurker in some channels. I'm a mod in others. I'm a chatter in others, and I'm a creator here. And try to put yourself in everyone. Just one day, try it. You could do it. Put yourself in their shoes. What are they trying to deal with at that time? What are they trying to talk to everyone about? Why? Can you have any idea what's going on behind the scenes? Because a lot of us here are very empathic. Okay, what about what they are trying to do and how you are reacting to it at that time? Okay, are you pulling away from them being able to react? Are you, okay, think about everything that you're doing as you approach them. Okay, be with them. The greatest thing you can do when you're in any chat, the most fun you ever have in a chat, is when all of you guys are on the same wavelength. We've all been in that chat before, right? You've got the creator going ahead full force, and all of you in chat are connected exactly with where that creator is right then. And you're all almost like one being that is breathing, eating, sleep, everything all at once together. Try to, yeah, Jessica, meet them where they are. Just remember that, because that feeling is really where joy comes. Where the joy comes out is when we're always starting to think, especially if you're get into that creative side, okay, competitive creative side. Okay, well, what can I do now? Okay, oh, is there a way that I can get a link in here? Okay, is there a way that I can say something about my channel? Okay, because I find myself recently doing that with Missing Mondays. I'm getting so invested in Missing Mondays that I'm like, okay, oh, wait. Well, this subject, oh yeah, this matches with what's the trafficking concern I have with Philadelphia. So let's throw this in and all that. And then I have to step back and think, wait, is this something that is taking away from the community? And I'm not even going to say the creator, the community, because the community is there as part of one big group. Not necessarily the creator, because I also feel that strongly. A lot of times that chat that I'm looking at right there, we're all here for each other and we're listening into what's going on the other side. But we're all here supporting. Someone walks in and they're having a really rough time and we're there to help lift that person. So think those things through this week. Just take a couple times to just listen to what it is you're thinking. Is it you trying to support everyone, support the community, be part of that community? Or is it you trying to walk that line between healthy competition and unhealthy competition at that point? Remember why you joined YouTube to begin with. And so this definitely was something, I was, oh, good, Rosaline, thank you, Rosaline. I think it was just Rosaline. Thanks for the short takes she's doing are wonderful right now. Rosaline's got some great stuff out there. Hey, Jet's mom. No, sorry, Jet's mom, it was me. I forgot that Hawaii doesn't do time change, and I did the wrong time, so that was my fault. So yeah, no, think it all through, because I mean, that's what makes our communities amazing. I could never have started this channel without the community from other locations that were able to help teach me and help me. Okay, people like that girl who sat there and is like, okay, I had a time where one of my missing Monday children, there was a major update right as I had posted everything. And I was like, oh my God, how do I even take care of this now? She was right there with me. Rosaline has stepped up and helped people understand StreamYard. Okay. Lately, Amber and I, she's been sending me something and I've been kind of looking at it and trying to help her out. Amber has helped me out with things. Everyone in this group, and I know I'm missing names right now, but everyone has really helped each other. And I think sometimes we forget what started us to begin with. And that, honestly, I think sometimes is that first step in the drama direction, because people start resenting each other. They start getting upset at each other. And if they don't have the ability to talk to each other, maybe there's some reason why they just don't feel comfortable talking with each other, or maybe the person doesn't listen. The resentment grows. And from the resentment, now you're starting to lead into drama. And then God help you once that happens. So just somewhere to take a look at. It is Friday, so we will finish that one up, because guess what normally would be happening in about an hour, and I do want to check with you guys about that. We are doing Cantina tonight. Now, guys, let's do in chat. I'm going to give you guys two choices. We could start at my normal time, which is 1 hour after this, which is 5 o'clock my time, or we could catch up to the time you guys are used to doing it, and that will be in 2 hours. So we could either do it, let's see, 5 would be 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, or 8 o'clock. So 1, if you want us to do it in 1 hour, 2, if you want us to put off for 2 hours for Cantina, for those of you who are Cantina bound after this. So, and while you guys are starting to type those 1s and 2s in, because like I said, this is Cantina Expression. Cantina is full community. I mean, Cantina is all of us as a group. So 1 would be in 1 hour, 2 will be in 2 hours. That's a good way to remember it. And I'll find out when I finish this little last comment, we'll see where we are. How about now? There you go, Missing. And I need to grab all my goodies for that. So actually, I will let you guys know, one of the things, I'm going to start Cantina a little differently today. A lot of you guys, while I'm waiting to hear the 1s and 2s, and it's looking like 1s right now, except Siren, he wants a -3. There you go. We can pull that one off. Maybe. Yeah, I think. Anyhow, and a lot of you guys know I did one of Missing Mondays on Isabella Kalua, Ariel Sellers. I've started calling her Ariel, and she will always be Ariel in my heart. Many of you guys know from my comments in my short that her adopted parents were arrested 2 days ago, I think it was now. And there is no body or anything. But we weren't sure why all this. We had some ideas, but we weren't sure exactly what happened that led them to the point where, without a confession from the person or, finding a body, they could go to murder charges. We've got what happened. We now know what happened to her. A couple of you guys I've contacted because I was literally shaking when I found out. It's going to be a little different of a start for Cantina. I want to talk about Ariel. I want to talk about what happened to her, update you guys on that. And I want to have a little discussion about CPS, CWS, whatever it is called in your location, and what needs to be done, because she was failed. She was failed tremendously, and she's not the first one, and she's definitely not the first one across the whole US, and we need to start taking a look at this. We will still get to normal fun Cantina, I promise you. I'm not going to turn this whole video, okay? Hell, we normally do 6-hour Cantinas. I promise you, it's not going to be 6 hours of this, but it is something that is extremely close to my heart right now. And I want to talk about it. I know a lot of people have been communicating with me since the arrest, asking, oh, what happened? What about this? What about, and yeah. So I will be talking about that at the beginning. Iris, wait till you hear the rest of it. I don't get mad. Most of you guys know me. I don't have a lot of anger in me. I have a hard time pulling anger out. I had no problem pulling anger out during this. So I will see you guys. It looks like one was the win. 1 or 2. Yeah. Let's go with 1 hour. If I'm running a few minutes late, I'll let you know. I am waiting on my new iPhone to be delivered. It's supposed to be delivered by 5 o'clock. So depending on when they show up, I may be at the door, but I will aim for 5 o'clock my time, which would be 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Be thinking about the whole discussion about what we can do for CPS across the nation. What is it the nation needs to look at? It's time for us to start making a stand. I know we keep talking about it, but we really need to. Yeah, I'm sorry, Siren. We're going to be going into CPS. I mean, yeah. We need to stand up for these kids. Someone needs to stand up for these children, plain and simple. And also, I love all you guys tons. I will see you in an hour. Thank y'all for this discussion with me, because I knew what I wanted to say in my heart, but I was having a hard time coming up with how to say it in words. So you guys truly helped me a lot in chat, because I was able to kind of figure out some of the wording a little bit better. So thank you all. I will see you. Go grab yourself a project to work on, some food, something to drink, and I will see you in 1 hour at Cantina. Love you guys. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.